whole lot to say about this game. This game is a collection arcade game. It says it in the description, which collection arcade games are very, very old, with like some of the most notable ones being like Pac-Man. But this is definitely an interesting take on the genre. This game incorporates collection arcade games with the concept of roguelikes, where each level you have to pick a number of enemies and purses to either make your run much harder or make it much easier. And the whole goal is to see how far you can get and try again. Time you lose, it's not more, you're not supposed to just like give up. You're supposed to keep trying, keep restarting, and that's the pinnacle of what a roguelike is. This game's gameplay, however, I actually really enjoy. The early game of Nullscape isn't that hard, I should say, even on extreme, which is why I usually just play extreme, because the early game on the other two difficulties is just boring. This game, especially on the higher difficulties, actually keeps you on your toes is a good metaphor. It keeps you focused, and that's what I really like about it. Oh yeah, and then there's the shop. I can either spend my money to gain more money, or I can spend my money now to get more speed. I'm going to get more speed because this game also has a class system, and I'm playing the one class that doesn't have an inherent mobility. What I mean by inherent mobility is I still have a mobility option. It's just harder to perform than most, and it's really just not worth it. But I can do it. Alright, once you've the whole point of, this is obviously supposed to be a collection arcade game, so you are obviously supposed to collect the gifts around the map that will help you progress. Once you've collected all the gifts, you can then start collecting the golden gift, which are these. This is the currency that the game uses that you can spend in the shops. Alright, I took scattered gifts, so the gift generation now looks more chaotic. Can't really do much about that. A big mechanic of this game are the shrines, the most common of one being the Shrine of Chance, which is the one that I've activated this level and last level, that can either give me a positive effect or a negative effect. There are modifiers that affect altars, like the Altar of Chance, to one of them is make it so that the chance altar always does a positive and a negative effect, or one that makes the positive and negative effects more extreme. So it can either be extremely positive or extremely negative. Oh yeah, and trip mines. That's on extreme, they start appearing much earlier than they do on standard, and on casual they don't appear at all. Oh, wow. Okay, I tried to use my ability to launch myself across the map, and it didn't work, to say the least. Alright, I think that was a great tutorial segment. However, that only really took up about 9 minutes, and that was before anything else, so I'm just going to actually just play the game. I'm back at level 3. And I feel like I can do it this time. Ooh, chance shrine. Ah! You can see what random enemies are at the top. It was a mart, a bell. Now there's 2 bells. Mart's new. Right, let's fly. Okay, that was concerningly. Alright. Oh yeah, I should mention, I get quite a few buffs because I'm on solo. Like, I get more money. Alright. Wow, real suffering over here. I had to pay 17 out of the 170 golden gifts I had. How horrifying. Oh yeah, by the way, you can ride on the horse while he's jumping. It's just incredibly risky on extreme because he could just instantly kill you. And I'm not playing a class that can really save themselves if they were to fall off of the horse. Yeah, there's a trip mine over there. I'm gonna try not to hit it. I'm gonna get this side with the trip first. I swear there's gonna be more than one trip mine. It's just on level 4. It's kind of like the trip mine's introduction, if the introduction was long overdue, because on standard they start appearing on 5. Wow, I could pick double trip mines. I'm not going to, because trip mines instantly kill you unless you have a certain upgrade that make them not. I'll take speed, and then I'm gonna roll for... No, I'm just gonna use double jump. Now I can jump twice, which means when I fly with my ability, I can recover myself. I won't die immediately. And also the speed helps me out on the new mechanic that I like to show people. It's the ice. You're really slippery, which also makes you incredibly slow. And now, but now that I have the double jump, I can just move right over any trip mine. And it'll also help me evade Mart if he comes closer to me, because I can just jump over him, guaranteed. And I'm just gonna launch myself to the end. There we go. Ah, operator. Now, there are some entities that only appear after a certain amount of levels. Operator is one of them. Wow, all of these are awful. Oh, high roller. Now the altar of chance will be much more dangerous. However, I'm still going to use it every single time because it's just funny. Funny that way. Yeah, I get more money. I believe this shop is in 2 levels, except I kind of forgot where the shop is, so it probably isn't in 2 levels. Really helpful commentary, I know. I think you can tell the trip mine count is starting to ramp up, even without double trip mine. With double trip mines, it would have made the trip mine count much worse. The weird thing you just saw on the side, that was operator. If I have to stand still for like a quarter of a second, it's really not that hard. Without issue. I'm just gonna launch myself over there and pray that I don't hit a trip mine. I think there's a trip mine there? Yeah, okay. I was scarily close to hitting that. I'm gonna actually, yeah, I'm gonna send myself upward. I will say, in the air, you do have reduced control over your velocity, but you still have control over your velocity. Where? Ah, it's just these 3. Now I get these 3, now I collect the money. Now I start making bank because of the chance shrine I did earlier that gave me more gifts.
Hello! I like money!
Thank you, horse. Or that. Okay, I was gonna collect the money that was right there, but I'll just do bigger trip mines. I can jump over them. I have 500 golden gifts. I think I'll have enough for at least ice skates. The ice skates basically make it so that I won't go as slowly on the ice, and I'll actually be able to control my movement. it'll be more similar to the regular pathways. So like instead of getting in this really bad situation where I'm trapped between Mart and Springer. Springer's the horse, I just call him the horse, but sometimes I say his name. Where I'm trapped between Mart and the horse on the ice. The bell can also help you, but if you were to rely on the bell too much, as in like ring them like 4 or more times, I believe it. Yeah, wait, no, I've seen my friend die down. The bell can kill. It's just my friend is the only person I've ever seen die to the bell, and they were like overusing the bell because they didn't know that it could kill. Other than falling off, the trip mines are definitely the thing that I've died to the second month. You can see everything that you've died to in the menu, and how many times you've died to. Oh wow, no trip mines. Okay, I can just turn my brain off, which would probably get me killed if I just actually stopped focusing, but hey, the trip mines mean I can move at full speed without having to stop and jump at random. Oh, I missed a couple. I'll just launch myself over there like any wise human being. I have no risk of falling on a trip mine, so there's really no point in me not doing so. The operator really isn't that bad. It's not bad at all, actually. You can just halfway ignore him if you aren't using like a major... If you're not using an ability that locks you into what you're doing, there's kind of no point in being scared of operator. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna launch myself because if I don't, I will die to the collapse. As the golden gift part of the game starts appearing, tiles will just start disappearing. It's supposed to give you more of a time limit. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave. There was a couple more dollars I could get, but whatever. Alright, all of these are awful. Next. There. Oh, fragile gifts. That'll make it so I'm gonna be spending less time on the golden gift area, which will basically mean I'll live longer. I see only positives. Alright, pocket bell? Yes, now I have 3 jumps. I can make it high. Yeah, I should. I think I already spent too much for ice skates. Gray swings. Yeah. Alright, how much even... I want to see how much was ice skate. 300. Wait, no, I had enough. I had enough when starting. Well, I have gray swings, which basically gives me full control of my momentum in the air. Ah, the Altar of Purgatory. Based on the icon that the altar has, it gives you different buffs, but it always just starts spawning in. I believe it can spawn up to like 5 entities, and they're randomly assigned. So you almost never want to pick. Where is the other altar? Oh, it's over there. Is that the Altar of Chaos? I think that might be the Altar of Chaos. That's supposed to be really rare. Oh no, it's passage. I'm stupid. Well, let me show you what this does. It gives temporary platforms that don't have trip mines and spawn with loads of them. I can stay on these until they collapse, which they start collapsing pretty fast. On casual, you start with gray swings automatically, which is another reason I don't really like casual, because gray swings is supposed to be something you feel satisfied to use. But with casual, you just get it automatically. So whoa, Mart almost killed me there. That could have been very bad. Oh, you want to see me? This might kill me. Oh no, I didn't even ride on them. I got a bit of momentum. I'm really not using my ability enough. I should be using my ability much. Mart, I need to get through the ice area before Mart catches up. Mart could very well be the death of me. I missed some gifts over there, I guess. Please don't fall on a trip mine. I'm gonna be... Okay, I didn't. Whoa, there's a lot of trip mines on this platform. I didn't fall on any of them, but there were a lot of them. Ah, Okay, now I can just get as much money as I can before it all starts collapsing. Remember, I took fragile gifts, which means they're gonna start collapsing pretty fast. But it does make the money that I do collect worth much more. Collecting all I can in spirit mode. I need to remember, one thing with spirit and operator is you can't be in spirit mode while operator's active, or he won't accept you. He'll still attack you. Wow, I have no cursory rules left. Oh, fake count. Yeah, that's pretty good. It just scrambles the count at the bottom, but the radar still appears when you're near the end, so you know when it's about to end. You just don't know when it's about to end. Let me see what that is over there. That might be a Shrine of Echo, which would allow me to basically activate passage again. Yes, it is, which means it activates passage. Wait, it didn't spawn in the... Oh, it's bugged. Wow, I actually realized I'm on level 10, or level 9. I really didn't expect to get this far. My max level on Extreme is 13, and my max level on Extreme Solo, 10. And I've played this game quite a bit. Ah, is this the last couple? No. I missed one. I missed one over there, too. Ah, okay. Oh, I didn't realize there was a trip mine there. I should mention, one of Spirit's abilities is in the Spirit form. They can basically take one attack per round without dying. Ah, sea mines. Right. I forgot about them. I'll just take Baby. Baby's annoying, but... Wow, there's a lot of things that are proccing. Yeah, why not? Ice skates, there we go. Oh. Oh. Those aren't bad. They're just annoying, mildly. Wow. That's a lot of trip mines to spawn right next to me. Okay. Hi to Baby. Baby's hitbox is pretty small. You'd have to be standing basically still for the baby to get a smooth shot on you. Or be, like, moving along, like, parallel to its path. At that point, if you're moving parallel to the baby's path, you could probably actually your fault, because you can just jump to be not parallel. When can I die to the sea mine? I'm not really used to them on Extreme. I don't know if the sea mines change at all on Extreme, because I never really played that much on the other difficulties. Altar of Passage, why not? I'm gonna need money. And there's no trip mines. I can run around free. Oh, I totally thought that chain was going to blow up. Well, okay, I died to a trip mine of all things. I just wasn't paying attention. I think I did pretty good there. I think I did well. I will see you all, I don't know, in a couple weeks.